So it's Xsolla. It's represents quality, represents integrity, and confidence. It's an incredible company that helps the video game industry. It's all about the games. It's less about us. We're able to help the games operate in 200 countries around the world, 700 different payment methods, 130 different currencies, and 20 plus languages that we support. We are humbled and honored every single day to be able to reach millions and billions of people around the world. And we only take a fee on the and I'm probably gonna have to take a hot sauce on this. Yep, here we go.
In this episode, I'm talking to Berkley Egenes, Chief Marketing Officer at Xsolla, a global video game commerce company supporting over 4,000 games in over 200 countries around the world. According to research conducted by Goldman Sachs and Bank of America, Xsolla could be valued at over $3 billion. And prior to Xsolla, Berkley ran partnerships and marketing at companies like NASCAR and IBM. We're going to talk about number one, the company's top two marketing channels, events and partnerships, and how they're doing so well in each one of these categories. Number two, his thoughts on the future of gaming and what it takes to win in the gaming industry in 2024. And number three, we're going to try to figure out all the little things like how much money exactly they're making per year in revenue. And what are they spending in terms of marketing per year or per month? And every single time he can't answer a question, as usual, we both have to take a shot of hot sauce from our sponsors, Seed Ranch Flavor & Co. Wish me luck, Martians. I hope you enjoy this one. Hello, Martians. Welcome back to another episode of Marketing on Mars. Today, we got a very cool guest because I really love whatever they're working on. It's actually a hobby of mine. So we got Berkley Egenes today on the show. He's a CMO of a company. It's basically a video game commerce company. They're the Shopify of video games. They have over 4,000 games on their website, and I'm a huge time gamer. They operate in over 200 countries around the world. Berkley, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me. Really excited to be here today. We'll get into a couple topics, but appreciate the intro there. We humbly support video games around the world and make it possible for you and friends and everybody around the world, doesn't matter where you're located, to be able to play games and pay for them how you want to in your own personalized payment methods. And that's local to you in your market, whether it's, Los Angeles, where I'm sitting now, Vietnam, Croatia, UK, South Africa, everywhere in between.
Yeah, you guys, I think you guys recently expanded to Asia too, which I'm sure we will get into. Your last name, we were just trying to work on how to pronounce your last name, but the name of the company is also difficult to pronounce. What's the internal pronunciation for the company?
So it's Xsolla. It's a hard X.
Xsolla.
That we have with it. It's a fun name. It's heritage thing when we did a rebrand and several years ago, and it's represents quality, represents integrity, and confidence that we're able to provide within the industry.
All right, cool. We're going to dive into Xsolla. We'll dive into your background and everything. Before we do any of that, there's a theme on the show. We've told you this like a month back. We're going to start off the show with a shot of hot sauce. We got this episode today sponsored by Seed Ranch Flavor Co. And they were very generous. They sent us 3 different hot sauce, right? You got 3 in front of you?
I've got 2 because one of them.
Oh, you got 2?
Yeah, well, one of them I won't do because of allergies, but it's
okay.
Yeah, I've got 2 of them sitting here with me.
Okay, which one do you have? Which one?
I've got the Umami Reserve and the Nash Soul Hot.
So you can't do the truffle one. You're allergic to truffle? Okay. We'll start with the Nash Soul then, because that's the lighter one. The umami is a little bit spicy, so it might give you a kick. But let's do a little shot of this.
Dude, it's like medicine when you were a kid. Like nobody wants to take medicine, right?
Open wide. Open wide, Berkley. All right, ready?
Yep, here
Cheers.
we go. That's pretty good.
It is. It's not spicy. It's
Got a
like
little bite. That's why you're
flavorful.
squinting there.
It's like flavor.
You're.
Yeah. I just don't. I'm not a huge fan of like soury spice, but this is delicious because it has gochujang, Korean
Yeah,
gochujang,
it's
so I
good.
like it. But yeah. Okay, now that we're warm, what we like to do in the beginning of the show, just want to get to know who you like, your background a little bit. I was just our team did a little bit of digging into your background. Um, let's I just want to dive into it. You've been working at Xsolla for almost 5 years now, and before that, you worked at many different gaming companies, Ghost Gaming, and was Next VR also technically
It was
gaming?
indirectly, but it was VR content in the headset. So we were streaming live events, NBA games, Live Nation concerts. We would do some VOD stuff as well, some paranormal activity. Those were fun to do recordings of, and we'd go to different haunted places and record that and then experience it in VR, and kind of mind would get blown. But that was, early days of VR and getting that content up there, and be able to do that. So it's always been the intersection of technology, entertainment, brands, and bringing them together from very early on in my career, all the way through agencies to go back to brand side of it,
IBM, NASCAR, right?
IBM, NASCAR, and different places, and like how to activate those sponsorships that we did with NASCAR, and different brands I represented, from Kellogg's to Anheuser-Busch, for those brands. So those were the fun days, and working on cereal brands and crackers and different things like that, and then alcoholic beverages and stuff, and got to keep that stuff separate, for obvious reasons. And
Yeah.
but to really just learn that from, the CPG side of the business, and then come back to tech. But it was, even when we were dealing with CPG brands, it was always, how do we engage technology? How do we leverage the platforms, whether it's social media, web content, web delivery, CMS platforms, content syndication, and putting it out there. And it's been a fun ride in working with these different brands around the world, and engaging with them and helping them grow, helping them expand, scale, and then all the way down to lead generation, what we're doing today, and engaging with developers, studios around the world here at Xsolla to find a way to help them, solve those problems that they have. And it's always, keeping that relationship really tight with them and in the industry, and what we can do and make possible. We believe in the art of possible and providing equal access to everyone, and having that opportunity no matter where you are in the world, no matter if you're small game development, like if it was just the four of us,
Yeah.
here, as a game developers, to be able to build that game, launch it, build it on a platform, monetize, generate a business out of it, or a AAA game that has thousands and thousands of people and millions of dollars that they're generating. Like, how do we help them engage even more? How do we keep push what's next? Next opportunity, whether it's online, console, PC, web-based games, mobile, is the growth there is happening in particularly regions like, South America, where there's unbanked players, Africa, where there's unbanked players. You don't think about it. Like, how does somebody without a bank account pay for digital items? We
That's
have
true.
solutions and things like that for everybody.
That's true. Well, we have an audience right now from South America listening.
Beautiful.
I'm super
Great.
excited because, man, we're so lucky to have guests like you, Berkeley, on the show. NASCAR, IBM, these companies, like, people would dream about working at these companies, and you have multiple of these on your resume, just collecting them like Boy Scouts badges. But
Appreciate it.
I'm excited to dive into everything. Our team did a little bit of digging into your background, so we got a little bit of a few personal questions.
Let's go.
You're pretty public, so we found a little bit of, we digged a little bit into your background. We saw on social media that you're a sports enthusiast. You run, you play golf, spend a lot of time with your family doing these things. talk to us about when you picked up golfing. I mean, I'm also, I mean, I play golf as
Yeah,
well,
there you
but
go.
it's like a personal hobby of yours, business hobby, stress
Oh,
reliever. Talk to us. Yeah.
yeah, it's a good question. So, I was played baseball and basketball throughout elementary, junior high, high school, all the way through. I picked up golf in college. Took a golf class, as your kinesiology, and learn the basics and everything like that, and then pick up your first set of clubs and kind of just roll. It's go casual. It's very much casual. Go out with the guys. Go out with the family. I play with my family. We like to go out and hit and have a good time and laugh, because there's gonna be a lot of laughter, or you're gonna get very, very frustrated as you shank into the water. And there may be some little stream in front of you, and it never fails. It goes right in. Um, and do that. But it's good to get out. It's good to get out with friends. It's good to get out with coworkers, partners that we have in the industry. But the real joy I have when I get to be able to do that with my family and be able to be with them, and let the little one drive the golf cart. Shh. Don't tell the groundskeeper there, but she likes to drive the golf cart around and cause chaos and just stay off the green with the cart.
So what do you shoot? What's your score usually?
I don't keep track of my handicap, because it's usually
Ah.
comes with like, we call it a six pack as the handicap, because you get penalized if you don't drink one of the beers as while you're out there, for
Yeah.
every stroke, for every beer you miss. That's usually the game I play with my boys. Went out there with my friends doing it, but try to keep
Yeah.
it. I mean, try to keep it in the 90s. To be
Okay.
honest, I've
Okay.
never
That's
I've
pretty
never
good.
broken I've never broken 90. I don't spend enough time on the course to be able to do that, but just get out and have some fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
Huh.
Now,
No.
okay, so is there anything else that you do for stress relief or
No, go out,
nothing?
play tennis with my
Tennis?
daughter. She's an avid tennis player. She plays junior USTAs now. So she's competing at pretty high level at 11 years old, and doing her thing. That's the sport she gravitated to. We're a sports family. Just we play sports. We both have played, growing up, and then she got into it and has been growing, and she can beat us easily. Now, just she's this little spitfire with a backhand that'll hit it down the alleys and just embarrass you on the court
Wow.
and just punish you. And she's literally, like, while we're recording this right now, she's been at camp all summer, and doing
Wow.
it every morning
How
from.
old is she now?
She's 11 now. Yeah.
11. And she's crushing you in the
Yes.
courts.
The hands down. She
Wow.
played doubles 3 weeks ago in a tournament against 16, 17-year-old boys, and they only played a four to keep it just going. And she
Yeah.
won. She won 4-2, 4-love. So with her
Oh my
partner
God.
against 16, 17-year-old boys.
So she might go professional.
Well, there's every dad can dream,
Yeah.
right? And they go into it, and it's opportunity for college. It just opens up opportunities for meet more friends, people, and things like that. And we'll go as far as she's willing to push, and what she's able to accomplish. And you try and try. I had the dream of playing baseball, and basketball. The height didn't come with me to fulfill that dream in pretty much either sport, going into it. But it's hopefully she gets it and keeps that bug. And then the power of women's sports today is incredible. And what we're seeing, and you watch the Olympics and things that are happening right now, we have just as many women athletes as male athletes on the U.S. squad. And the medals are proving out, I think, from last check, from the Team USA, to be able to have more women earning medals than men as a whole. And which is just really cool to see what's going on. What you're seeing in collegiate athletics with women, and the NCAA basketball team
Absolutely.
as well. That was killer this year. Some of those games were watched. More people were watching those than NBA games in the
They're
men's
getting
Final
exciting.
Four.
They're getting
And
really
it's
exciting. Yeah.
competitive. It's very, 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 very competitive, and the skill set, I think, has grown. I might get some pushback or arguments from some folks, but the champs that have been running for a while and stuff, the skill set is incredible. I mean, you're seeing women dunk and stuff on a regular basis, and the 3-point shooting is, killer, and it keeps the excitement and what's going on, and the rivalries and the tension and things that you see going on, and the trash talk, and they motivate each other. The players do, and going back and forth, and and it's impressive to see.
Love the trash talk. Yeah, for sure. Okay, cool. We're gonna move over. Let's give Xsolla a little bit of love.
Sure.
We've
Always.
kind of talked about Xsolla a little bit. Maybe if you want to just like give us like that. Actually, we've kind of talked about it. You guys are the Shopify of video games, right? Is there anything you want to add to that?
It's an incredible company that helps the video game industry. It's all about the games. It's less about us. We help them from the back end perspective, being, to our analogy of Shopify of video games. We humbly believe that. And we're able to help the games operate in, 200 countries around the world, 700 different payment methods, 130 different currencies, in 20 plus languages that we support from live ops perspective on the daily. And it's important. It's an important industry. Everybody's a gamer. And we are humbled and honored every single day to be able to reach millions and billions of people around the world indirectly. So without, you think about what's available, and we're kind of blessed in a lot of cases here. You have unlimited access to tech and things here in the United States. You can stream Netflix whenever you want. You can play games kind of whenever you want on whatever platform. That's not the case everywhere, because it's just not available, or you're not able to buy that item. Go overseas, and our friends in South America, and you try to buy something with a card, and then it's this weird, like, I'm on a US site, but I'm not. I live in Sao Paulo as an example, and I'm trying to get it delivery. I tried to buy a book on Amazon, but it was from this place in Tokyo. Then I had to go to the Tokyo Amazon, log in, create an account, order it from there, ship it to the United States. And it's a real story, and I love it. It's a coffee table book of photography.
Actually, our team member Noe, she's a huge manga, like anime lover, so I'm sure she's probably faced that issue. She's based in Latin America as well. So the business model basically is like a marketplace. The games are listed. When they're sold, you guys take a fee kind of thing, or is there a listing fee?
It's more, so we do it two ways. One, we work directly with the developer themselves, whether they're selling their game online, so on their own website. So we enable that, we accept that payment on their behalf online and be able to handle that. So if you go on your credit card and you buy something on, using Apple Pay, you're going to see Apple Pay, whatever, Target, Whole Foods, Ralph's, from a grocery store perspective. That's what you'll end up seeing, is we operate as a merchant of record for those games. So we enable that to happen. It could be online, it could be PC, it could be a web shop for a mobile game, because you can buy select promotional items and top-ups online, then plug it into your player account, and then get you back to the phone to play the game, because it is a mobile game. Or we also have something called Xsolla. That's the online destination for us. So it's x.la. It's our Xsolla Mall, where we'll list games in the promotions and the offers that they have, and use it as a place, or building like an offer wall, to where you go in there and you see what the offers are that are available, and pick those games that you want to participate in and buy them right there on our website on behalf of the partner. So it's another distribution channel for them, and something that they can manage from a landing page, from a direct-to-consumer engagement opportunity. They can control the brand, they can control the messaging, everything else that when you get into platforms, love them, launch your game, put everything together on Steam, do it in the app stores, things as well. You need to do that. But to be able to provide additional distribution channels, that's what we enable, that possibility, and make that happen for the game developer.
Crazy. And over 4,000 games now. Curious, what are you guys doing in terms of revenue nowadays?
We're doing okay. We're only successful because of our partners. And we only take a fee on the back end, and I'm probably gonna have to take a hot sauce on this, because we're a private company, so we don't talk about revenue.
And see the hot sauce signs all over. So It's time. So, okay, question. Like, do you want to stick with the Nash Soul, or you want to step it up? The umami is a little spicy.
I'll try one. You know, I
You
mean,
want
and
to
I
try
may
it?
have to come back. I may have to come back to the soul.
Okay. Okay, let's see. See how it goes. Word on the streets is that you guys are doing like 8 figures. No, sorry, 9 figures in revenue.
Okay.
Cool story. Cool story, man.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
woo!
Woo!
That's got some.
That's got a yeah.
That's got a
Yeah.
little pepper. That's got a little pepper.
It's got a little bit of
Woo!
ooh, we got the hiccups. Yeah, I'm feeling it too. That is spicy, isn't it?
Wow.
I
It just
know.
sticks with you. It's not like
It
it's
just
not
goes
blowing
up
your hair off,
and it just
but
stays.
it gets you right here.
It gets you. It's chocolate habanero. This thing.
I don't taste any chocolate.
I know. They might as well just put
Seed Ranch is
spicy.
probably going to kill us right now, but I don't taste any chocolate.
I know. Sorry, Seed Ranch. Okay, so they're doing well. They're
Go.
4,000 games, 200 countries. You can imagine they're making a lot of money. Now you guys have never raised any money, right? Just
No,
fully
we're
owned by the.
completely private. Is something that's an honor and something our founders worked really, really hard on for 19 years. We just had our 19th birthday.
Wow.
As a company in July. So we're really excited about that and the growth that the company's gone and trajectory. He completely bootstrapped it and done his thing. Brilliant individual to be able to put all of this together and to build a credible team around him that can support all the different projects, all the initiatives, be ahead of the game of literally, and figuratively, pun intended there, because this environment changes so much.
Oh,
we wake up every day to new legislation, new compliance rules, DMA.
Yeah.
Wow. The Digital Markets Act. And
what happened? Did you take some weird drink or something?
I don't know what happened. It kind of just stuck with you in your throat there for a second. I was like, what just happened? That may be the thing of like, do less talking. And and to it is, but being ahead of the game on things, like what happens in Korea from a mobile perspective, what's happening in Europe, what's happening in UK, because
so different.
UK has its own rules and things like that. And our team does a great job of being ahead of it. And it's because of that vision that our founder has set up and done that. And, he humbly tells his story right behind me in his book, Once Upon Tomorrow. Check it out on Amazon.
Oh, he has a book.
He does,
Wow.
and it's a great story. But it's it's what's next. It's not about where he's been. It's not an expose. It's not a memoir or an autobiography. It's what's next in the industry. It's his vision on Web3 technologies and the metaverse and where we're going to go, and we call that meta sites. So that's something that he took his time and really put it down, pen to paper, literally and figuratively, and we published the book in March earlier this year, and so it's gotten a lot of publicity.
What
What
is next? What is next for the gaming world? What do you envision gaming would be like? Like, are we all going to be strapped? Are we all going to be strapped in our chairs with VR sets and be able to live, like, actually touch each other? Actually while playing the game in the future? Is that what's life
Ready
is
Player
be
One
like?
style?
Yeah.
Down the road, maybe. What's into it? It's we believe, because of where we are in the space, it's it's digital commerce, where it's going to go to the next iterations and what that looks like. But to be able to, you think about like meta sites and engaging in a 3D experience and on a web browser, no matter where you are in the world, you could be on these desktops
crazy
that we're sitting in right now, laptops, a tablet, a mobile device, a watch. You like, who knows down the road, or like what's going on. But to really be, you think it, and I want to play a game, and have the availability from the technology, as we're seeing, 5G finally getting to different geos around the world. South America, it took a bit, and there's some, countries and locations where you are, it's hard to find a hotspot. Africa, same deal. And we're seeing the tech get up there and kind of come closer to an equal plateau. And when that happens, magic's going to happen, because we're going to be going to Web3. We're going to be, engaging in different opportunities. There could be crypto opportunities that come into as that kind of stabilizes and gets figured out around the world, and what people want to do, and be able to pay in different methods and methodologies. You're going to play on devices. Cross-platform is where it's at. We're there now. And, the idea of downloading a game on your laptop, connecting your player ID into it, go grab, as you jump on the subway, let's play along, and you jump on the subway or the bus or public Uber, public transportation, whatever, going home. You're not doing this while you're driving. But you're,
Yes, that's not what we're telling you guys.
Correct.
We're not telling you to play games while driving.
No, do not do that.
Although I would say, side track, and we'll come back. I had a guy, like a friend in university. I got into his car, and he was full on playing a game while driving, and I thought I was gonna die. But yeah. I'll take your car. You leave your car. I'll drive your
But think about, like, you're on the bus and you're playing the game, and then it's your stop. You get off, you pause, and then go in and hit your desktop at home, because you have a higher network, you have a better rig and things like that, better graphics cards and things like that into it, and pick up where you left off. And so you started on a laptop, made a transaction, started playing it on your mobile device, went home and put it on a desktop. Like, that's for real. Like, you can do that. And the type of content and the availability of that content is where it's going to be. You're going to see it. You see Netflix getting involved. You're going to see mobile carriers getting involved. You're going to see things when you buy your phone, get your phone and hook up Verizon or AT&T or T-Mobile here in the States, or Mint, whoever it is that you're using that is your service provider, and there's games preloaded. And it's ready to go, and it's always there, always available, and having your favorite ones because you filled out a profile, and then automatically, you're an RPG player, you're a free-to-play, or you're a casual puzzle strategy person. Then you're going to have that.
What kind of games do you like? What kind of games are you into?
We play some fun, just 1v1, 2v1 type games at
like
home.
Fighting games like Tekken and all that?
We try to keep it. We try to keep it non-fighting for the little one at home.
For the little ones, right? The little ones.
There's a lot. There's an
clearly I don't have a little one in my life.
It's okay, and it's clearly Mario Kart. We jumped in on the whole Hogwarts Legacy franchise when that came out. Amazing game.
I will challenge you to a game of 101 Mario Kart any day of the week.
All right.
Any day of the week.
And it's fun. I mean, you look at these games now that are available and you play on the console as an example, or you play the PC and stream it up to the TV, and you look at it and you'll have friends come in the house and be like, what movie is that? And I'm like, that's not a movie. That's a game.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're in there playing a game. We're playing Hogwarts Legacy as Hermione, and with my daughter, and we're like, I don't remember that episode or that movie on the whole franchise.
And it looks so real, right?
Yes. Like the graphics are bananas. I mean, things, people didn't think Spider-Man was going to be that great. That game crushed last year.
Was it?
And the graphics, the imagery, the gameplay, everything about it, like, far exceeded expectations, and the IP that comes with it. I mean, who doesn't love Spider-Man, right? And putting that together.
Does anyone not like Spider-Man in this room? I think everyone likes Spider-Man. Yeah, I agree. Okay, it's a marketing podcast. I do want to dive into some marketing stuff. Let's nerd out about marketing for a little bit, and then we're gonna take a quick break to do a rapid fire round. Our team prepares some hot, spicy questions for you. But let's do some marketing stuff first. So you guys have a lot of users, a lot of sellers on the platform too. This marketplace. How do you guys spend your marketing budget? What channels are you investing in? How do you continue to get more eyeballs on the website?
So we fully believe in integrated marketing. So integrated marketing is not this 360 where you just like cover all the circles. It's like, how does the web interact with social? How does, Discord interact with, the website, paid ads, going into a content creation, online and offline events. Obviously during COVID, we all learned about online events, and how to do those and put those on and do them well or not well in some cases. And like everybody was learning and trying to build from those. But we really look at those and partnerships and things we do from a PR perspective. You'll see us this weekend at the opening of the EFL season at Stephen and Jeff C. In just north of London. Grassroots team, come level 1 team coming up in the rankings, and we'll be on their kit and on the jersey sponsor and putting that together. But that's all about engaging with folks in the UK and Europe and really, showcasing the environment of where we are and where we want to be. So think about it smartly as like, where's our target audience? Where's the channels we want to go after? And we go engage in that way. We'll be at Gamescom here shortly in Cologne, Germany, as well. It's the biggest gaming show in the world. Over 200s, 300 might trickle in. 300,000 people will be at this show. So it's a B2B. So there'll be like people like us that'll be there as well. There'll be people doing translations, different tools and things like that. Games from like Brazil, Argentina. The Latin America culture is all about in Cologne. They'll have a whole section. They'll have Nordics. There'll be Asia. And then there's other wings. There's like 12, 13, 14 buildings in this place. And it'll all be full of the next games that are coming out. Like, stay tuned on what's going on. And it's packed. And it's, you stand, because we get there early before the gates open, get prepped for what we need to do from our booth and meetings and things like that. And you'll see everybody come in from the train station. It's just a wall of people. And
the coolest thing about the gaming community is like, you got like the B2B side, these are your partnership folks, but they're actually gamers too.
Correct. And so you're kind of rubbing shoulders sometimes and like what's going on. And as you're going up to get a cup of coffee, because you're taking a break real quick, or you're going to go meet somebody for a meeting that we'll have at a conference. And then we're there, and then somebody's in cosplay hanging out, and they're like, this is crazy. Like, I just need a break. And like, you're like, you can't break character. Like, what are you doing? Like, and she's like, oh, and like, they kind of like pause for a moment because it's just everybody being a human together. And it's really, really cool.
Do you dress up when you go to these things?
No, because we stay on the B2B side of things. We'll go walk through there, and a lot of the games we represent will be there. And then they'll have people,
all dressed up. Yeah.
People with photography. Everybody wants to take a photo op. And like what's going on or play or meet and greets and things like that are really, really cool. And these booths are huge, like what's going on. I mean, think about it like a movie premiere, but you'll have hundreds of games doing that exact same thing because there's so many games that come out on a daily basis that it seems like are seasonal. And, this one being in August is getting everything ready for like the holidays and what's to come, like what's up. And they'll do little tournaments, little challenges and things like that. You can earn points and loyalty rewards, and then the swag. Everybody wants the gear. They'll have these huge, I'm not joking, bags like this big, full of just stuff, posters, t-shirts, hats, memorabilia.
What are you guys doing for swag?
So yeah, we'll be hosting. That we'll do, some shirts for people. One of the biggest things is everybody wants a cup of coffee. So come to our booth in Hall 2.2 and get a good cup of coffee, a cup of Joe espresso with this as well. We got battery packs. That's the key. That is a survival thing, those mobile battery packs, and be able to put that together and have those on your phone and tag that MagSafe case, right? And like attach it back there and be able to power through on the day. Because we're there 10 to 8 and all day, every day for a week. And it's a good run.
It's a week long thing, 7 days or 5 days.
Yeah, it goes. We will land there on Sunday and be there through Friday, and we'll leave on Saturday. And so it's a good run in with our team. We have our team coming from all over the world. We'll have our payments team there. We'll have our web shop team, our mobile team, our Xsolla backend, which is our platform that you can build cross-platform games on easily and effectively and cost-effectively. That's a big challenge for developers because they want to build a game and they want to build a PC game. Now they got to go to mobile. You got to port that. You got to redo it essentially. and rebuild that game. And that's just expensive and time consuming. Then you got to come back to your other game and fix it because you got patch notes and things are going on. You take consumer feedback going into it. We take all that pain of being able to do it and do it one time and being able to do it efficiently and be able to move cross platform with it with the Xsolla backend.
So you mentioned online and / offline events and then partnerships. I'm assuming these are your two major channels, at least in terms of money that you're spending.
Online, right? Offline events, I mean, they're an investment, and we don't go to every single one of them. We are very strategic. We make real moves. We have a core 10 that we hit essentially every year in the similar fashions. But even the ones that we've been at multiple years in a row, and we're like, hey, I'm back at the same hotel. I'm back at it again. We try different things in different ways to engage with folks, different partnerships. We'll partner with Women in Gaming International. We'll partner with IGDA, which is an International Gaming Development Association. And for those guys as well, and like really looking at, ways that we can engage with the community in a different capacity. We'll do a rapid rounds where it's a pitch event and we bring investors and developers together that didn't have the opportunity to go sit in front of somebody who's got a checkbook, who's ready to invest and ask those tough questions. And it's pretty intense. That's a cool event that'll be happening. I think it's Wednesday morning, the 21st, if I have my dates correctly. It is Wednesday. And then that's a unique opportunity. So we do things a little bit differently in each one based on the learnings we have. What we do in Korea at G-Star November will be different from what we do at GDC in March in San Francisco. But we'll do different things, try different activations, and then learn from them, get better. And then it's all about engaging with the community and getting people to sign up, fill out their publisher account with us and get started and get it going. So those are the big ones. And then, associated, we're all over social media. You've seen us content syndication partners. And, we work with companies like VentureBeat, MobileGamer.biz, Deconstructor of Fun. Is another podcast that is about the industry itself and the developers and everybody go and listen to. So we'll look at those in the different regions, and then we'll localize that in each market.
Wow. How much are you guys spending like per year on marketing?
Smartly is what I would say. I will take a hot sauce on this one. We budget appropriately of what needs to be spent in that, but I like to call it we invest. We don't spend money. And I'm gonna pull this not to Unama because that nearly killed me. We're gonna go back to Seoul, one of my favorite cities.
You go back to Seoul? Oh yeah, I'm actually going to Seoul in October. I'll be there for a few months.
Very nice.
So you should definitely
we'll be there in November, so we'll have to meet up then. I'm down to Busan. Yes, I will be in Busan as well. I will be in Kwangali area. The bridge, the Diamond Bridge. Yeah.
Is that where we're gonna be?
We'll be. Yeah, we're down toward the beach. Is usually where that convention center is.
But there are two beaches. There's Kwangali and there's Haeundae. Two beaches. We'll talk. Yeah. Cheers. I was going to ask you another spicy question, but we should probably... You have 8 minutes left.
Yeah.
Correct?
Let's do it. Yeah.
Okay, you got 8 minutes left. We typically like to... That umami is spicy.
It's tasty, though.
It is. Oh, did you try the Nash Soul or the umami there right now?
The umami. Or the Nash Soul. Excuse me, the Nash Soul.
Yeah. Yeah, the Nash Soul. Okay, we'll do a quick rapid fire round just to kind of get to know you as a person, and then we're gonna spend the last 6 minutes just talking about your past, your childhood.
Oh wow.
Okay, fast questions, fast answers. Morning person or night owl?
Night owl.
Favorite game right now?
I'm gonna have to say Mario Kart just because it's with my daughter.
I don't really get this. Analytic tools or creative What is this? Analytics tools or creative talent?
I'm gonna split it and go right down the middle and say both. I have to have both.
Mm. Ooh, okay.
Okay.
I don't even know if you're going to answer this one, but if you had to spend a weekend with one of your team members, would you choose your CTO, Moin, or your chief product officer, Anton?
Anton. I've known Anton the longest, and he's an incredible team member. Love you, Moen. He just joined us. I'm gonna see him in Cologne, so we've already planned on meeting up in Cologne on a couple of things. But
Okay.
Anton's been here for almost 10 years in this company, and is a inspirational person and across the board. And really, he's the man. And
So inspirational, such a good guy that I don't want to spend the weekend with you.
no, I do want to spend the weekend with him.
Oh, you want to choose Moen or Anton?
No. I choose Anton. I think it cut out here. I think
back of the line, Moen. You got to stand back of the line.
It comes with time, my friend. We'll get
You
that.
got to earn it. You got to earn it. Okay. A lot of layoffs happening recently
In the industry.
If you had to fire someone today, who would you fire?
I'm not
Why?
I'm not hiring anybody because I need to hire. We need to hire. It's and it's you look at your team and you bring valuable contributors on board and push it, and you do. We get challenged to do more with less. That's a marketing thing. Anybody you talk to in marketing, budget, people, time, everything, do more with less. And I have an incredible team of individuals. I would want to replicate a few and drop some water on them and turn them into gremlins and spawn them off because they're incredible from my team and putting it together. But I'll gladly take a hot sauce on that question.
That's a hot sauce? Oh, I thought he answered it well. Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting hot sauce signs here from the
Okay. All right.
gallery.
We'll do it. We'll do this one. Cheers.
For the team.
For the team. All right, we got 4 minutes left. Want to know a little bit more about your background. What was life like for you when you were growing up? Like, what was little baby Berkley's life like? Were you born in middle income family, lower income, close to your parents, play a lot of sports? Give us a little taste of your childhood.
Sure. Born in upstate New York, traveled around. We moved a bunch. My dad was in corporate finance. So we moved a bunch around. And when I moved to Texas, it was my fifth state and I was 5 years old. So it was a lot of movement.
One state per year, basically.
Yeah, essentially. And it was, kind of a tough go, but we, finally was like, enough is enough. And we got the kids and, we're going to raise them here. And then grew up in Texas and then moved all around. Once I had control to do, post-college, I moved all over the place and kind of kept that same reputation, ironically, 18 years later. When you graduate college and come out and get going, I moved a bunch myself.
Where have you been?
Arkansas, Boston, Massachusetts, Indiana, back to New York, Atlanta, Georgia that was the longest before California. So I was there 7.5 years. And then been here since 2013. So almost 11 years in Southern California.
Wow.
But growing up with sports, nothing but sports school, hanging out with friends. If it was in baseball practice, it was basketball game. If it was in basketball practice, it was football. It was doing different things around, and then trying to live your dream. And Texas sports, everything you read about Texas sports, everything you watch is 100% correct. And the books, Friday Night Lights, that was required reading in Texas.
Oh,
That
wow.
book was, and it's a part of Texas history that we had. But that's the real deal. Odessa, Birmingham, Midland Lee is the real deal in the high school sports. We would put 15, 20,000 people in the stadium on a Friday night.
Wow.
And
That's crazy.
it's no joke. And the height, the size, and obviously I wasn't blessed with that. But that's a real deal in needing and putting together to have that. But it was fun growing up, tight family. Obviously still in contact today, and we do a lot of things, a bunch of reunions and putting things together. So it was a good family, growing up and having that support system. And I think that just is carried over to me professionally too as well.
Okay. Well, man, I feel like we could have talked for like another hour or two. We're
For sure.
We're definitely gonna have to get you back for round two, learn a little bit more about your background. I know you gotta jump out to another call, but
Yeah, we should do this live in Busan then, and get some KBQ going and get it done in Busan. A little soju and have some fun.
Like soju. Let's do it. Let's do it. Next time we'll replace this with soju. We'll see how far we get with the soju.
It'll be real short podcast then.
2 shots in, we're asleep.
Right,
dude. Thank you so much for jumping on. It was so much fun. Maybe before we jump out, anything you want to shout out for Xsolla or anything that you're working on personally?
I appreciate the time. Look out for us. Check us out at Xsolla.com. That's XSOLLA.com for upcoming events and places that we'll be. Check out all of our solutions. We're humbled and honored to be able to do what we do in the video game space. Keep playing, keep gaming. Everybody's a gamer. It doesn't matter if you're just playing some little widget, on social platform, you're a gamer. If you're playing Call of Duty in Modern Warfare or GTA 5, you're a gamer. And we all believe in it, in the entertainment impact that it has in the storytelling. Is keep playing, keep gaming, and then just enjoy the game.
I need you to hop on a call with my mom, convince her that all the hours I spent on gaming was worth it.
Exactly.
Berkley, we'll find some time to catch up before Korea. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Take it easy, guys. Thank you.